Real talk, real life, real growth.
This is Raw Reality with Tori, Story and Fit with Lily.
Hello guys and welcome back to the podcast.
We are in the new studio.
We are. Now, it's like nearly done.
Nearly done.
And I almost didn't want to record until our set was done. But with the timing, needing to set up the nursery, it's pretty much done. We've got some adjustments to make, but we're nearly there and I am obsessed.
And what we always say, don't start when you think you keep waiting and keep waiting. You just got to go, throw yourself in the deep end and figure it out. And we're taking our own advice today.
Yeah, taking that messy action. And I was thinking about it yesterday in the car because I was like, I wanted it to be perfect. And then not launch, but then just this is our new space. But I was like, we'll just take them along for the ride.
Yeah. And I honestly feel like in today's society, people like the journey more than the actual destination.
1000%.
People like the behind the scenes and the building. It's this is what we're building at the moment.
Yeah. And I'm just so obsessed with it. So nice.
There's meant to be some black pillows next to us. Tori did text me 5 times to bring them. Did I forget? Yes.
It's all right. We'll forgive.
Yeah, thanks.
But we won't forget. But today's episode, we've broken it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to dive into some Motivational Monday. Just, some things that I messaged Lou and I was like, what are some things that your clients are struggling with at the moment? Because then I feel like it, if there's multiple things, if there's one thing that multiple clients are struggling with, more likely than not, most people or a lot of people are. So we're going to dive into a little bit of that.
Yeah. So starting off with, people want results straight away, which is, of course, we all want results straight away, but people tend to give up so early.
Yeah.
And I think especially from being a coach, you see how many people come on board, come off board, come on board, come off board. And it's I didn't get the results I wanted. Or after 2 weeks, they're like, but I'm not seeing any progress. And even people will be on plan for 4 days. I was 100% for 4 days. I'm like, do you want a medal? I'm sorry, that's not going to get you anywhere. Try a few months, a few years. And I know that can sound really overwhelming, but I promise you, time is always going to pass. So no matter what, keep putting in the work. Now, the problem that comes up a lot is people put in the work so much for 1, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, and they expect to see the results, and they do. But because they go balls against the wall 100%, they don't miss a beat, that's when they really struggle from sustainability point of view. So then they get they have 1 meal off plan, their weight goes up and they're like, oh, fuck, I've just fucked literally my whole entire month. So then they go back to square one again and then they start again. And that's where the yo-yo dieting comes into play. But we need to just be consistent with our habits and learn to actually have health and fitness ingrained into our life and not be okay, I'm doing a 12-week challenge, I'm going to be perfect, and then you see the results and you leave. That's not going to help you get the long term.
Yeah. I was just trying to find this that I saw this morning, and I wanted to do an episode on this, but I feel like it relates to what we're talking to. And obviously, you being a fitness coach, very much talking to fitness, nutrition, but I want to broaden this to everything. Anyway, I saw this quote this morning, and it was how a lot of people are doing we did a post the other day, that split screen of start tomorrow or start today.
Yeah.
But I just want to read out a few of them. But it was the average millionaire is 57, not 21. The average CEO is 57, not 26. The average age to buy a house is 38, not 23. Most people meet their life partner after 27, not at 18. The average successful business takes 5 to 7 years, not 6 months. That's a good one. Stop letting social media brainwash you. You're not too late. And I just think that's where it's success takes time, but in this day and age, it's it happens yesterday for everyone. That's what it feels like online, but it's not.
You miss the behind the scenes of the years because a lot of the time people pop off once they're successful, once they have the body, once they have the business, the relationship, but they don't see all of the failures that's gone into it over the past whatever years it may be. And there are so many of them. And especially from a health and fitness point of view, in the nicest way possible, you're not really following someone on social media for inspiration if they don't have any muscle, if they're I'm not going to say not confident in the gym, but if you're following someone for inspiration, you're going shredded, muscular, can lift a lot, knows their shit basically, extremely education based, but you only see them now. You don't see them 5 years ago. Like majority of the people that follow me now, they don't remember my workouts at home with 3-kilo dumbbells and a singular band doing reverse lunges and like a glute bridge that's not doing anything for me. They're not seeing me post a reel with how to make eggs on toast, right? They're seeing me now in a warehouse competing for my third or fourth time. Like that's where you compare yourself to. And we can get so stuck into thinking that we're so behind, but we're not at all.
Yeah. And that's just literally in every aspect of life, whether that's fitness. And I know we did the episode on that last week of like our kind of 3 pillars of success. And take this however you will, but it's like you have to put in the hours. And people, I feel like I'm seeing it so much on social media at the moment where it's like they're just trying to bypass the hard work.
Yeah.
But you can't get there without the hard work. And I'm the person I will manifest, I will do the visualizations, I will journal, I will do all the things, but it will not happen unless you put in the hard work on top of that if you're into that as well.
And it's a lot harder than you think. And I was actually thinking about this the other day and I was like, okay, having a good body or having muscle is actually not as easy as you think. And you think that like, okay, just by tracking my food for 1 week or being consistent in the gym for 2 months, like amazing, like I've done all of the work, but like that's only like the surface level. Like it actually takes a lot of effort to maintain muscle, to be overall like healthy, to get 8 hours of sleep, to hit all your steps. Like it's not simple. And I think that's what a lot of people forget. They think that having this, I guess like this body or their goals gets to be easy, but like it's not. It actually takes work. Like people have to wake up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym. Like that's the only time in the day to get the body of their dreams. And it takes way more work than you're anticipating.
Yeah. And I think as well, like when, people are talking about or posting online, getting that dream body, again, like you said, you're not seeing the work that's really been put in. But as we always speak about, it's always coming back to the basics. So it's the 8 hours of sleep, it's the nutrition, it's doing all the boring things over and over again, but it's building up the discipline, devotion to doing those things. Over time, it's going to be like the forefront of your mind. You're going to have to remember yourself to like do whatever those things are for yourself. But in 3, 6, 8, 12 months time, those things you don't even think about. Yeah. It's like now at the moment, I feel like we all went through that phase where we're all in bed really, really late and sleeping really late. Whereas now, I mean, I feel like you guys are pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
But like we're in bed by like 8 o'clock every night. And I'm even surprised that like Jackson has been as well. Like last night I thought he was going to be here for ages and he messaged me at 7:30. He's like, come pick me up now.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And then like literally got home, ate dinner, we went to bed. And it's just like prioritizing that. But now that's our routine and we're so used to that and that's what feels good. And it's probably what's going to be when baby's here as well.
Yeah.
Having that nighttime routine is going to be really sacred for us. And so it's like finding what works for you. And then there might be a season, when he's a little bit older that it's like back to late nights and whatever it is. But you have to build that routine based off what your season is now.
And that comes down to nutrition as well. And this is a huge aspect to people sustaining their results and for the long term as well. So for example, like a lot of the time when people travel, they'll completely go off the bandwagon, and which is of course so fine when you are enjoying your life and there's every season for different things. But like these small little trips, like for example, I went to Sydney for like a day, right? And I absolutely easily could have I only bought breakfast with me because I was like running behind, but I easily could have ordered, I don't know, like things out for like lunch and dinner and like bad choices or things that don't make me feel as good. But I still, when I got to like the airport, I had pasta with like some, I don't know, like meat in there as well. And then I got like this rice salad on the side and then I had some fruit. But there was also at the airport, there was like these cakes and these biscuits and I easily could have been like, oh, it's been a big day, like really proud of myself and like go for all of those other things. So I'm like, okay, but then I'm starting my week not feeling my best. And it's like you ingrain these habits so no matter what into your life, so then you're always going to feel so much better. And I think that's what a lot of people forget. They're like, oh, well, I'm so busy all the time. Everyone's busy. I'm sorry. Every single person is busy. Yes, some people in different seasons of life are going to be busier than you, but successful people will find a way to make
and
it work.
Everyone's versions of busy are different.
Exactly.
And I think it's like also, we talked about recently how we glorify busy, but this day and age, like everything's happening all the time. So it's like defining your version of busy. And if that's like different to yours, then that's fine.
Yeah.
But like you're busy and that's your capacity.
Yeah.
I was going to say something on the flip side of you being at the airport, you also have that of like, okay, I've had a big day. I want a sweet treat. It's not going to ruin my progress.
Oh yeah, I also had like a little chocolate biscuit.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, it's same as when you go overseas for 2 weeks or whatever it is. having that time off and enjoying yourself is not going to ruin the work you've put in for the last 6, 12, 2 years, whatever it is. And that's where I think like I used to struggle so much, and probably Europe was probably really good for that because like we trained probably 3 times over the
4 weeks.
the month and ate whatever we wanted. We didn't track. We didn't restrict ourselves whatsoever. We drank alcohol. Like, it was such a good trip. And we got home and like nothing changed. And people, I remember that time, which was, when did we go? 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
Wow. And so many people were like, oh, like I'm just going to go and eat and like I'm going to gain so much weight. And like, sure, people do, but also you're walking so much. Like, I feel like you go to Europe or America, like it's just known that you're going to get a lot of steps because you're walking and you're sightseeing and you're doing other things. If you're doing that and still hydrating, you're kind of balancing out, I guess, the no training, even though you are maybe overeating, or I feel like it's really hard to overeat over there.
Yeah,
because like you do so
some
many
people
steps.
like. I think people use it as an excuse to eat whatever they want.
And
there's
like you absolutely can.
Yeah, and there's 2 different sides to it. But like, I just think there's a line when it comes to that, because I've seen multiple people or like on socials and things like that, and they like gain 10 kilos in 4 weeks. And I think that is unhealthy. I think when you go so far past that and you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to eat whatever and I'll do diet when I get home, that's a bad relationship with food. And if that's happening to you, it's like you actually, and it's okay, like if you really struggle with control around food, but it's like you need help for those little things. Because while we were there, yes, we were having the alcohol, the ice cream, all of those things, but we weren't having like 3 ice creams one night and then having cocktails all night and then
But
doing
also, like,
something
just couldn't
else.
fit it in either.
Exactly. So I think it's just like it comes down to, number one, education is a huge part of it. And number 2 is just putting in the work for a long period of time, because this just didn't come to us overnight. It came to us over years of learning all the things and understanding our body and what it needed. And that is the biggest thing to success.
Even I'm going to use my pregnancy as an example. A lot of what I've had to do to get through this pregnancy is not what I would do on a day-to-day basis. Like, I'm not waking up and having a chocolate milk in the morning or having salt and vinegar chips in the morning at 4 a.m. because I'm like going to throw up otherwise.
Yeah.
So there's so many things in this season where I've just had to like forego, I guess, quote unquote, those good habits that I've built over the last few years to get through this pregnancy. But I know once I get out of it and everyone's like, the second you give birth, all of that feeling goes away. And yes, it's not going to happen the day he's born. But over that time, I'm going to get back into those good habits. But I almost feel like, one, I'm excited to feel good again and eat vegetables. But also I think it'll seamlessly slip back in because I've built those habits for so long.
Yeah.
And it's not going to feel like a chore. Like, I'm excited to feel good again. And I think once, you know, we've spoken about so many times how you can like get onto that wellness path and then it gets so addictive. And then like you realize how many people probably don't know what feeling really good feels like because they haven't maybe put in the effort of like the health and wellness for a long enough period of time, or, you know, like, and you just think, wow, like, do you know what it feels like to feel really good if you didn't eat Macca's once a day or, you know, 3 times a week, whatever it is. So I think I'm going to obviously give myself grace, but I think I will naturally fairly easily slide back into those good habits because I'm excited to and I've built them up over time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let's go into the second segment.
Yeah.
Talking about social media as a whole.
Yep.
Now, we're going to start off and kind of talk about social media and putting your life in line, and I guess the consequences of doing that and everyone thinking they need to know everything. And then we're going to address
Some tea.
some things that have pissed us off.
Yeah. And we get so many questions on people diving into social media, and I think it's amazing. Like, I hate when I hear the phrase of like, it's oversaturated. Like, there is a place for you. I always say it. I'm like, there is a place for you on the internet. It is forever growing and expanding, and like your story needs to be heard. Someone out there wants to hear what you have to say and will appreciate what you have to say. And, you know, we get the DMs of like, I don't know where to start. It's like, post a story.
Yeah.
Post a reel about that thing you navigated 6 years ago.
And also, social media this day, I'm sorry, is so surface level. You can literally post a video of you just like standing there and being like, good vibes today.
Or it's like you could have like a faceless account and just be so aesthetic.
Yeah.
And it will pop the fuck off.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
you could literally do what you want. And if you do it, I don't want to say right because like there's no one way, but like you will grow.
Yep.
And if you put in the time and you're consistent with it, you will grow.
Yeah.
Obviously, with starting social media, you're putting your life online. And I feel like we gratefully have never really experienced hate or drama very often. Like we have the best community, and I will forever say that. I feel like
because we've also seen firsthand of other people who have received some like, oh my God, like some horrible things, or someone said something and it got completely twisted in the wrong context, and then people just went ham at them, and we're very lucky that hasn't happened.
And, you know, we're not out there talking about extremely controversial things. Like we're speaking to our opinion, our experience, our education, knowledge, all the things. And that's just how we've chosen. Like we go pretty vulnerable on the podcast. You guys know I'm very vulnerable on my Instagram, YouTube, whatever. But you also know that you're putting yourself out there for people to have their opinions. One thing that I am seeing so much more of, and yes, it's been around forever, but I think you just see it and then you're like kind of more open to it, is like people, and this has fucked me off for such a long time, but just like people commenting on, like posting nasty comments on people's pages. Yeah. I just think send it to your friend. Yeah. Send it to your mum, send it to your partner.
Send it to your group chat.
Like I am all for everyone having their own opinion. Like I will openly say that all the time. I have my own opinion. We speak about our opinions on the podcast. Like we're open to hearing everyone else's opinions. But if it's like not constructive, or it's negative, or it's potentially going to hurt someone's feelings, you don't need to comment it.
Yeah.
On their page.
Directly to them.
Yeah.
Now, you also don't know what's going on in someone else's life as well. And I think kind of like backtracking slightly is, if someone posts an opinion online, everyone goes up in arms about it, and they're like, everyone is just so close-minded, and they think that their opinion is a fact. And I'm like, you can literally say that wall is white, and someone else can like be like, oh, well, I think it's black. And it's like, whatever, that's their opinion. Like, get over it. But we all think that our opinion is right. Whether it is right or wrong, it's an opinion. And there is like billions of people in the world. We're all going to think differently. No one's going to be right. And it's like, my favorite quote is like, I don't know. Oh, fuck, I'm going to butcher it. But it's like, you can have the juiciest peach in the world and someone's not going to like peaches, right? It's just the way that it is, and it's the exact same with humans. But when someone posts an opinion online, people think that it's like, okay, directed straight at them as well.
Or it's like an open alley for you to comment whatever it is that you want.
Yeah. And like, let's say for me, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know, tracking is healed my relationship with food. It's a really great tool for weight loss. And then someone else can come in and be like, that's completely wrong because it's toxic. It will cause me to have an eating disorder. I may end up in hospital because of it. And like,
and both can be true.
And both can be right. But you think that my opinion should impact my life the way that it's impacted yours.
Because of your experience.
Exactly. Everyone lives a different experience, and they have different ideas of things. So like, whatever someone posts online, don't think it's an attack on you, whether you believe it or whether you don't, because everyone has their own opinion.
And I think if someone's posted something and you feel a certain way about it, take a second and go, is that because it's triggering me?
Yep.
Is that because, you know, I'm just going to use that tracking as an example. It's like, oh, well, tracking for me in the past has caused some issues. So I'm feeling triggered by Lily's post because it's worked so well for her. Why didn't it work for me? Instead of just going, well, fuck Lily. Like, you know, why should it work for her? It didn't work for me. Now it's going to not work for her because I'm going to project all of my issues that I've had with tracking onto her.
Yep.
And that's where I think we don't have enough self-awareness, or people don't take a second these days to think before they speak or comment. And it's so easy because you're behind a screen.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like you're not going to go up to someone's face and be like, that tracking's not going to work for you, and you're probably going to end up in a hospital with an eating disorder.
Yeah.
Because you just probably wouldn't.
And people are so soft these days.
Yeah.
So soft. They think the world revolves around them. It revolves around me. But they think it revolves around them. And they're like, oh, well, whatever people post, it's directly correlated to what I'm going through and what I'm feeling. And it's like, we're not speaking to you. If it doesn't resonate with you, we're not speaking to you. We're speaking to what we have experienced. And like anything in life, like, I don't know, Emma Greed could post something and I could be like, oh, wow, I really disagree with that. But she's not coming at me. She doesn't know me. She doesn't know my experience. She doesn't give a fuck about me. Like, you know what I mean? And people will just take anything and think it's completely directed at them and what they're going through.
I want to touch on the fact that people are soft these days because I saw a podcast really the other day about it as well. And I've said this more so from like a teaching lens and teaching like the up and coming generation and comparing it to when I was up and coming. Like, we could get screamed at, kicked out of the gym, like whipped, have a scar on my knee. Like, you know, you could just, and even then you look at like my mum's generation, like they used to get smacked and like all that sort of stuff. And it's like each generation has just gotten softer and softer and softer. And it frustrated me so much as a teacher and a coach because I was just like, you kids are so capable of so much more, but we're being raised soft.
And it's also not the kid's fault.
No,
at the end of the day,
fully,
it's not at all. They're sensitive for a reason. And we're not out here saying that you need to hit your kid at all. Do not clip that.
I will not be hitting my child.
But it's like people are, and we have to be so careful of what we say to them because we're going to hurt their feelings. And I'm like, just be in your own bubble. Like, don't care what other people say. Like, everyone is just so sensitive to everything. And like, I'm the most sensitive person in the world. Like, I swear I'm very sensitive to every little thing, but I'm not soft. And there is a difference between being like sensitive and feeling everything.
I feel like
and then being
sensitive is
soft.
like an emotional side.
Exactly. Yeah.
Soft is
Being soft is I can't handle constructive criticism and I can't work hard.
Yeah.
And I also think even just like simply from our generation to 3 years younger, we were almost in that period of cutoff because I saw the difference in how my sisters were raised in comparison to how I was raised, completely different. And now we're two completely different people.
Yeah.
Like, in the nicest way possible, I speak to my sisters all about this all the time, but they're a lot more soft than I am. And yes, of course, they have amazing, incredible traits and they work hard in what they do. But my parents have to parent them differently and they have to say like, oh, it's okay, we can do this, like breathe, we can get through this. I would just get yelled at and go to your room and then I deal with my emotions myself.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that I've never parented in my life, but I'm just saying that even in the way I coach, I feel like I have to be so careful in the things I say and I can't be so direct and I have to be more sensitive.
Yeah, even when I was coaching in a gym, when I first moved to the Gold Coast, it was like you had to be careful how you coach different people because some people are good, like they just push themselves and they don't want to be pushed, or some people don't want to be pushed because they think, I don't know, you're yelling at them and then they can't handle it. And it's like, and I was coaching grown people and I feel like you'd probably have that now where it's like you have to coach each person differently. Like someone can handle, you know, if you were coaching me, it's like you could give me the constructive criticism. You could tell me I'm not working hard enough and I'd be absolutely fine. But then the next person, Alicia on the other side, would probably crumble.
Yeah.
And it's like, not that every single person should be the same. Like everyone's going to handle things and take things differently. But I do think as the generations have gone on, it's gotten softer. But I also think our generation is kind of
Clicking on.
fixing that back up. And, you know, I'm in the world of like woo-woo and spiritual and like kind of, you know, the manifestation and the intention of things. And I think our generation is really tapping into that more to then when their kids are growing up, it's like, how do I want my kid to be raised? It's like, I want my kid to be a hard ass and he can handle his shit and control his emotions. And, you know, I feel like there's probably parents listening go, you just wait until you parent them and, you know, it doesn't go the way you want and things like that. And again, everyone's going to have their opinions. But, you know, Jackson and I have recently spoken about how we want to parent him. I keep going to say his name. And, you know, we were like going through over our baby moon, like different scenarios of like, okay, if this happens, what would we do? Or, you know, what do we want to do for school? And like just having those conversations now. And I think you as parents have so much control over your kid's life.
Yeah.
And I was the same as you. Like my mum had to parent me differently so much to my older siblings. There was like a 15-year gap. So like,
very different.
Different generations in itself. But I had to be taught and raised so differently. But like, I'm so grateful for the way my mum raised me. And like my sister and my brother, like we all have very similar traits, but I just had to be spoken to very differently.
And this
to
is
my
also
siblings.
where my cheerleading and gymnastics coaches, I think they were a lot harder on me than my parents. My parents like are quite overall soft. Sorry, Mum, I know you listen to this, but you're like a very soft person.
I feel like she would agree.
Like so soft. And my coaches from like being an athlete,
Hard
that
ass.
is what taught me to be disciplined. That's what taught me to like push through no matter what, how you felt, what was going on. Like they did not care about anything external.
And that's where I'm in the mindset of like my kid has to do sport.
100%.
And it's like, you know, if you grew up, I don't know, knitting and it taught you like incredible traits, like you'll probably want your kid to do that. And it's like growing up as like, I mean, both of us were elite athletes. Jackson was elite athlete. It's like Cade was in sport, you know, like.
It just teaches you like to lose. It teaches you
Yeah.
to win and be humble. It teaches you how to show up on the days that you don't want to be a part of a team, to work through injuries, to be on top of things because you're so busy. You can't procrastinate. You have to time manage.
Yeah,
Even
you manage your
nutrition.
school with training. Yeah.
You just have to learn so many incredible traits. And an elite sports person tends to be a lot tougher than anyone else that I know.
And I've heard so many like business owners, like top of the game, or there's people who have been at the top will always generally say like, I've come across an elite athlete, like,
Yeah.
you know.
And again, our opinion.
Yeah.
So don't get up in arms here if you don't agree, because you don't have to agree.
Yeah.
So if you're going to take anything from this podcast is you can have your own opinion. Just accept it.
Yeah. The reason this came about was because I posted my baby moon vlog.
I need to watch it
Yeah, watch it
to
and let me
form
know.
my own opinion.
And okay, so kind of give you a baby moon update.
Yeah.
But basically we went on our baby moon last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, and we went Thursday to Monday, and I was really, like, we were both really excited.
Yeah.
It's like Jackson doesn't take time off work much. Like the next time he takes time off is when baby will be here.
Yeah.
So it was like a bit of deal for both of us to take time off and spend our money to both be there. Anyway, I felt so shit.
Yeah, weird.
So weird.
It seems like you feel fine now.
Like it's up and down. Like this morning I was like, I cannot record. Like I felt so dizzy. And then I went and got a smoothie and like got outside and
I feel
felt
like
okay.
if you do anything, game over.
No, it's literally like we'd got up, gone for a walk, came home, like packed the car and stuff. And then I got in the car. I was like, oh my God. The car is also not good for me.
Yeah.
Like,
The car's not even good for me.
Yeah. So it was so random. I don't know if the flight threw me off, but we stayed at the Sheraton, which was like the most incredible resort, and just like you just want to chill and relax. Jackson is not someone who will lay by the pool or
Cade hates it.
Yeah, no,
He
like
can
they
do
can't sit
15
still.
minutes and he has to fall asleep. So I
Yeah.
always just say like, just close your eyes and I'll like tickle his back a little bit. I'm like,
Yeah.
go to sleep, darling.
Yeah,
And then
like,
he's out.
they
That's
can't
all.
sit still.
Yeah.
But for us, laying by the pool, reading a book, stunning.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we go on this trip and Jackson brings his golf clubs because there's a golf course, and we had booked 18 holes together on one of the days.
Wow. What a good wife.
And I like quite enjoy it. Like I won't lie. 18 holes is a bit much. I get a bit tired and bored, and it was really hot. But yeah, I just wasn't feeling my best, and I wanted to go to like this wildlife sanctuary. I wanted to go and get a sign, and go to the markets, but I just like couldn't enjoy all of it. And I don't know what it was, but I was so nauseous. Like I was having 2-hour naps during the day. Like it was horrible. But I'm not going to sit there and make Jackson sit in the room, in bed with me while I sleep, because I'm going to throw up.
And what's he going to do?
Literally.
And you also don't want him to touch you at that point, most likely.
No,
Yeah.
no. And so he had a bit of work to do. So he did work here and there, and then he would like go and play golf. And in the vlog, it's like a joke of us being like, I'm like, oh, he said this holiday is like him wanting to play golf. I'm like, we're here for us and like to take time off. And like we have had banter from the first ever message he's ever sent me 6 years ago.
And also, if you actually had a fight about it, you're not putting that
No.
in the vlog.
If I had a problem with it, if it caused an issue, I'm not putting that on the vlog. And I tried to be in the vlog. I had a moment where I was like, I've been crying all morning. Like I feel so shit. I feel bad for him because I can't go out and do things with him. And he's taken time off work and yada, yada, yada. Had my spill, tried to be vulnerable. I'm not pulling the camera out whilst I'm vomiting or bawling my eyes out. You know, I try and document as much as I can, but it's like in those like deep moments when then that leads into us having a really nice moment together and him supporting me. Like I'm not whipping the vlog out.
Yeah, imagine like, hey babe, stop what you're saying. I'm just gonna vlog,
vlog
this
this.
and now say how much you love me and
Yeah.
how much you're gonna be there for me.
It just feels like
Bizarre.
yeah. Anyway, so like vlogged what I could. I felt like the vlog wasn't even like, I thought it was pretty boring because I was like, I just didn't vlog as much as I wanted to because I felt like shit. I wasn't doing a lot. Anyway, there was basically a comment that came up on the vlog saying, I really want to like Jackson, but his like attitude towards you is not nice. And basically there was just comments saying like, you know, him making comments on me eating for two or belittling me or what
Or like
you know.
all he cared about is playing golf and it's your baby moon. It's
Yeah.
actually both of your baby moon.
It's both of our baby moon. We both took time off. We both spent our money to be there. We are both going into parenthood. Like I think a baby moon is so important for the both of you. Sure, yes, I'm carrying the child and doing that, but he's also about to step into fatherhood and take on this whole new chapter himself.
And also, you couldn't do what you're doing right now if he wouldn't be isn't working so hard
Fully.
right now.
Yeah.
So it's like he also needed the freaking break and to kind of switch off and do what he wanted.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy the comments after it that like just kept going. Like, I agree. I would never comment I agree on something.
Yeah.
Ever. No matter what it is. You could like say the most rogue thing. I'm never following up on a comment. It's in my head. I'm screenshotting it. I'm sending it to someone, you know? Like,
I just like, I don't know. I just, again, my opinion, but like I would never watch, say, Kylie's vlog and then take the time out of my day to go and comment and go, oh, I really want to like Bronson, but he's just not treating you well. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Where's that getting me?
Yeah.
And, you know, how's that going to make Bronson feel?
Yeah.
Like I just don't see why you need to put your energy into that.
and especially from like a vlog, like you don't know someone's life. And yeah, a vlog is a lot longer.
Like it's
and a more
18
open.
minutes of
Yeah.
like
Little snippets.
little snippets.
And you don't know that they actually just played golf like for 18 holes the day before. And you didn't see you laughing together, cherishing all of those moments together. And like, if you know Jackson, you know that he's the most supportive, caring, loving person ever. And like would do, if Tori says something, he's dropping everything and going to you. But like, you're just not vlogging those things.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that. And I think it was the next part, whereas then like I commented, Taylor commented, Kate commented, like our friendship group is very close knit. Don't mess with us. Like we're coming in hot. And then people were coming back to us and just being like, oh, well, I'm
Your
just,
comment was worse than mine.
yeah.
So you're admitting that yours was not great also.
Literally.
And I think commenting on other people's personas or, you know, they kept coming back to like, well, we're commenting on what we're seeing and having our opinion. Perfect. Great. That's fine. But how do you think that's going to make him feel? And like, he's a hard ass person. He will cop on the chin and he'll probably make a joke about it in my next vlog that he's doing something wrong. Like,
Yeah, now whenever, because like when you did the announcement that you were pregnant, he didn't smile or something.
Yeah.
And now every time I'm like, Jackson, don't forget to smile, you're going to get in trouble. And he's like, oh,
Literally.
fuck.
literally. And it's like, that's why I linked on my story the other day his YouTube channel because I do feel like, you know, even my mum sometimes is like, oh, why is he being a bit blunt? I'm like, sometimes on my YouTube, he just only has banter. Like, you just see a different side of him. But like, go and watch his YouTube and you'll see him. But I brought this to my story and Taylor was like, you don't need to. And I was like, I don't need to justify myself because I know my relationship. I don't care what anyone says. But I don't care that it was about me. I don't care that it was about Jackson. I just hate the commenting negatively on other people's about someone's personality, persona, what they're seeing. I don't care if it's the 18 minutes that they've portrayed or you've met them in person. That's the one thing that bothers me. And it could have been on your page. It could have been on a random page. I hate seeing people comment on other people negatively. So I brought it to my story and oh my God, the conversations I had in my DMs, like hundreds of comments yesterday and replies.
Especially around pregnancy and motherhood. I think you're really entering into this next stage where people have opinions. It is insane. Like, we've just been living our life over the past few years. Nothing has ever bothered
It's
anyone.
like pregnancy announcement, get attacked.
Yep.
Baby moon, get attacked.
Whatever we talk about pregnancy on the podcast, get attacked.
The way that I probably give birth, get attacked.
Yeah, no matter what you do,
Yeah.
you're going to be in the wrong. And I don't know what it is, but I think like mothers can either be so incredibly kind and loving, or holy shit, they're the only one who's right.
Yeah. And so many of you guys were replying to my story being like, this is like straight up jealousy, or they're projecting their insecurities from their relationship onto you or whatever it is. And it's just like, every relationship's not perfect, but God, mine's pretty fucking good. And I'm also very independent. I will stand up for myself. Like if Jackson ever spoke to me, you know, in the wrong tone or was an ass to me, like he will know about it. And my mum has raised me that way, you know? And it's just like, I'm like, do you not think that I'm going to stand up for myself? Like I also wouldn't, again, have posted him saying, oh, eating for two, if I'm then crying in the room going, are you calling me that? Like I will say it about myself. I call myself Big Mama. We go bowling. I'm like, put my name as Big Mama. Like I literally will say it. Like I'm good at having banter about my own self. If it's affecting me, I'm not going to post it online.
Again, that's where the softness comes into play.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh my gosh, that's going to hurt Tori's emotions. If it fucking hurt your
It
emotions,
probably
you're
would
going to
hurt
speak up.
yours.
And it's going to hurt
Yeah.
yours if that happened to you.
Yeah. And so, yeah, just wanted to touch on it. And again, like, freaking hell, our community's the best.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of DMs, like, and I was going back and forth in DMs yesterday having conversations with people and they were just like gobsmacked. And it's like, you know, 3 people out of like
Yeah.
thousands that had a problem with it who then unsubscribed because our group was nasty and, you know, whatever it is. But also, you drove my engagement.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I literally said to you.
drove
I was
my
like,
engagement
post a
up.
reel because that's going to help your engagement.
Yeah.
Send it up.
Literally.
Maybe just keep pushing. Just tell Jackson to not say a word in your next
just
one.
be an asshole to me all the time. And this is just like the reason we wanted to bring this up is because not because, you know, I care about getting hate online. Like, I'm so grateful that we've barely ever dealt with it. And I wouldn't call this hate. Like, they did say they were coming from a good place, whatever. But I just hate seeing negative comments online. And I remember I've got a note in my phone because one day I saw something and it was like about a celebrity and it made me so mad. I'm like, imagine how much shit they would cop.
Yeah.
But I just think like, have your opinion. Like, I'm about to post a TikTok on I'm going to say it's probably controversial, unpopular opinion around like training and pregnancy because I have a different view since having the pregnancy that I've had. And I'm open to conversations. Like, I will be in my DMs voice noting you, like open to hear your opinion. Like, I love that shit. I love learning.
And also, you could have polar opposite decisions. Like, you can have conversations with someone and not agree, and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like, how many times have we disagreed on
we
so
always
many disagree on
disagreements.
so many things, but it's like, it's always a conversation.
Yeah.
It's never an attack. And that's just the one thing I would love for you to take away from this. It's like, if you're going to comment on someone's, you could comment your opinion and that is so fine, but go about it in a nice way or think first about the person's feelings and remember that they're humans behind the screen.
Yeah.
Don't be a keyboard warrior.
Oh, keyboard warrior. Exactly. Well,
Yeah. Just had to have a rant today, obviously.
Yeah. There's just a few things
So
that kicked us
basically,
off.
everyone's quitting too early
Yeah.
and the world is soft and
Stop being a keyboard warrior.
stop being a keyboard warrior.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have
Anyway.
any other updates?
I feel like I kind of spoke about them throughout the podcast, but yeah, just had our baby moon. Now that we're in the new studio means the nursery can
Yeah,
begin.
so is there anything in that room anymore?
Just the 2 old chairs.
Okay. You selling?
I think one of Jackson's clients want them.
Oh, stunning.
And then, yeah, I can bring all the nursery in. So we've got, sorry, hiccups. We're getting to the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
The cot, change, chest of drawers and my rocking chair is all ready in the garage to be set up. Waiting on the pram and the car seat and his bassinet.
Yeah.
And then it's like, once it's all set up, then I can figure out what I need because I know there's like
reckon
heaps.
As soon as it's set up, like literally the next day you're going to go.
Yeah.
I reckon that your body's going to be like, thank fuck. Get out.
Push him out. And so I haven't really allowed myself to buy any clothes because I'm like, I don't know what I have. It's all been shoved in a wardrobe. I know I need birth cloths, like I need to go nappies and all of that. But I'm like waiting for the space to be there so I have somewhere to put it. I got his like bottle washer and sterilizer so I can set that little station up. I've redone the kitchen. Like I have nested
You have.
hard and the only thing left is nursery and garage. So it can be all set up. So that feels really good and like just bizarre that by the end of the week we're about to walk past his room and like see it set up. Like he's going to be there in like a month and a half.
That's crazy.
So wild. And yeah, it was just really nice on the baby moon. Like we went out for dinner one night and we were just like talking about how I want to parent him and like, you know, what route we want to take and how we want to go. And obviously like newborn phase is like eat, drink, feed, you know, change your shitty nappy. But it's conversations that you need to have and more is going to come up obviously as we go. And I'm just excited to like get like that first week just to be like, well, we're here and we're figuring it
I reckon
out.
you're going to laugh so much at first week.
Oh,
You're like,
so
no
much.
way this is ours.
So much.
Yeah.
And just like, again, I've been around kids so much, but I just can't even imagine the feeling it's going to be like holding him being like, you're my, like I'm your mother.
Yeah. Mother.
Mother, I'm your mother and he's your father and like we just got to figure this out. And even we caught up with T and Riley who Riley had her baby, so she was the first of our group and it was just so funny. Like you're just figuring it out.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I call my mum and I ask her things. I'm like, are you guessing? Or like, do you actually know the
Do
answer?
you even
to
know
this?
the answer?
Yeah.
Like, because I don't think you do.
She's done so many things lately where I'm like, oh, that's so smart. Like, when will I just know that, you know? But we're at a cafe with Riley, Taylor and Munna and we walked to the car and it was like 3 of us trying to get the pram out, put the bassinet in the pram, then get the nappy bag, then like cover the pram. And I'm like, in literally like 2 months, there will be 3 kids, 3 prams,
That's
3
crazy.
nappy bags.
Crazy.
Not like Riley holding Mana, Tay opening the pram,
Yeah.
me having the nappy bag. It's like we all have our own.
Yeah.
But I'm just so excited to just figure it out with Jackson and just like, and then like see our group all together and like.
So from that, I then put up a story because I saw that and I was just like, okay. I think I said one thing that like I said, oh, I don't feel successful now because of that. That was like not the right wording. It was more so I basically put up a story because I saw all three girls, like Mana's out, Tay's going very soon and you're also like shortly after. And I was like, holy shit, this is the next step in our lives. And I think I spiraled a little bit thinking that like not worrying about that I'm not ready and I don't want it for like a while, but I'm like, oh my God, like this chapter of my life, like my young adulthood is now gone and now I'm entering this new adulthood and not really like anything changes because you always say like when I move out, like, oh my God, I'm not a little kid anymore, but like nothing really changes.
You
like,
still feel like
you feel the exact
I still
same.
feel like I'm 18.
Exactly. But it just like really hit me and I was like, oh my God. And then I was almost like, okay, well my three friends are now like my closest three friends are pregnant or have kids and then my other two friends like married and like probably going to start trying soon and I almost felt like left out in a way of like I'm still a fair few years behind. I was like, wow,
and even though in your head you're like I don't want to
no I don't,
but it still can just like get to you and be like, oh
yeah, and I'm just like, okay, well who do I go to, but I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Like I can't just call you up and be like, oh, let's go here. I'm like, oh, that's not easy. And it's just like I think that's where I was like, okay, shit, things are going to change and like being okay with the change. And even just like from a point of like, I don't really have any bodybuilder friends anymore. Like I have close friends who like, but like now Emma stepped away from it. And I'm like, okay, she was kind of my only one. Okay, now that's on me. So I'm just like.
I feel like in off season it's hard. Like I feel like come prep, like you'll find someone.
But it's also now like Zone isn't Zone anymore. It's like George's gym and I'm like a different vibe. And I'm like, it just like really got to me last week, but like fine now.
Yeah.
So that's great.
But even I feel that on the other side being like, well, fuck. If you call me being like, can we do this? I'm like, well, I have a child to think about and like I have to load the car and get the pram and like it's a lot, but it's like you just figure it out.
Yeah. And then I think it was also from the fact when I have a kid, I'm like, who do I call to help? Because you all have kids and my family isn't here. And yes, of course, my mum's probably going to move here for like 6 months, but who knows if my other sister's having a kid then? My other sister needs more help than I need help. So I'm just like, huh.
But by the time mine will be older and then like
maybe your first can actually help me. Yeah. So anyways, there's a lot. Yeah. But bottom line, if anyone else feels like this in their friendship group, don't feel like you have to rush. Because I also know that our group is an outlier. Like we've all kind of like gone through life quite quickly at a young age. And I'm also not like an idiot to that as well. But don't just feel like you have to try to keep up with other lives because there's also things in my life that I'm like, oh my gosh, so incredible. Like I'm 3 steps ahead in this, but maybe 3 steps behind in that. And it's so fun. We're all up into different seasons in our life.
Yeah. And that's where it's like your 20s and your 30s. Like it is your path.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm just like, your path has been written.
Yeah.
And it'll happen when it's meant to. It's like, me and Tay falling pregnant accidentally. It's just like, well, this is what was written for us.
Yours like was divine timing.
No, like literally you can't make up.
Like,
and that's
realistically, what would you be doing this year?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that all the time. I'm like, what would this year have been?
Like, I don't know.
Like, what would the last 8 months have been if I didn't have, like, wasn't pregnant? Like, what would I have done?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Crazy.
But yeah, it's just like 20s and 30s, like, you just have to do what you want to do because, like, it'll all work out. And I think that, I've like accidentally manifested so many things with like talking about for the last 6 years, I want to go back and compete. Then it falls into my lap. Then the whole year I've always said, I want to compete one more time before I have a kid. Then I finish competing and I fall pregnant literally the week before.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I know it can get stressful and you can compare online and like, in our friendship group, we all have our own little things like potentially, I'm just making this up, but it's like, well, maybe Tay's like, well, fuck, like now I have a kid, I can't go hard on business, even though her business is boomed.
Yeah.
But everyone's going to have their different thoughts and the way you feel, Tay might feel the opposite or right, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just have to like stay in your lane, support your friends, like ask them for help if you need, have those conversations and then do what's right for you.
Yeah.
Because your path is there. You just got to
go down it.
Just got to go down it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one more update.
Yeah.
I had my clients compete over the weekend.
Yeah.
So I had Lucy, who did IFBB States Queensland a few weeks ago, and absolutely smashed it. Her first ever show, which she did IFBB, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And she got third in first timers, which is amazing. And then we headed into this next show, and they put NBA States, which is another federation, in Sydney on the same day as IFBB Nationals.
I swear
in
they
Melbourne.
love to do that. Just
No,
like
they do. The federations like hate each other, I swear. So anyways, I couldn't be at both. And I was like, I have to be at Andrea's first show because first time ever competing, that's just so mean. So I went to hers to help her. And then I was like, yeah, cool. Lucy's going to be fine. I also knew multiple coaches at that show. So she could be with Emma and things like that. And she'd already done it. So that was good. But she basically just kept sending so many videos to Cade and I. And like we had a full group chat and everything. So I was with Andrea and she absolutely smashed it. She got 2 firsts and a second. And it was my first ever first as a coach. So that was really, really nice to see. And knowing that like I didn't really have like any help peaking her or anything. So I've been kind of obviously in the industry for a fair few years. I started under Beck and she mentored me through 3 of her clients.
Beck is Lily's coach.
Yeah, Beck is Lily my coach, but Lily's coach is my coach.
Yep.
And then Cade last season with my competitors helped me peak all of them. And then this one I was like, yeah, like I feel like I know what I'm doing. We've done 2 trial carb ups and I was like, wow, I really did that on my own. And that was just like an amazing thing. And then the same day I was at the airport watching Lucy and I feel like, so you know how I said I tried to move my flight earlier. So I got to the airport 5 hours early, which is a long time for a domestic 1-hour flight.
Yeah.
I could have driven back. Anyways, I asked to move my flight and I didn't get flexi, whatever, I couldn't. But it worked so well because then I got to watch the whole comp online and then we're still going back and forth with her, but not really anything.
Could have flown to Melbourne and like made it to the
I was literally thinking that I could have. And because she was on at like 6 p.m., which is crazy. But then she got first and first timers. She didn't do novice and she would have placed. But I'm like,
I know Cade was telling me she didn't enter novice.
I was looking at the run sheet. I was like, where the fuck is her name? And I was like, oh my God, I forgot she didn't enter it.
She didn't want to, or
it was just money at the end of the day. And I was just like, don't worry about it. Yeah. And then she got third in opens at nationals, which I've never done that.
And like her first show and she went straight to IFBB.
Yep. Crazy. Yep. And like just the simplest chill girl ever. Like people grind. And not that she wasn't grinding because she was fucking pushing hard, but like prep wasn't her whole identity.
But no, it wasn't. And she just did the things.
Yeah. She just showed up and did it and got it done and was like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, dude,
like
I don't
you
think
saw
you understand.
her training story every day and you saw her oats.
Yep.
You didn't see anything. You saw her dancing.
Didn't say struggling 3 weeks out.
No. And like, yeah, sure, she probably did because it's freaking hard. Yeah. But she just showed up and did the thing and the results paid off.
Yeah. Crazy.
The work
So
paid off,
like
sorry.
that's my goal next season, to place top 3 in opens.
Yeah, you're like, thanks, Lizzie.
But it also just goes to show how fast things can change. So like, for example, I did really well in states, got first in opens, didn't do well at nationals. She was the opposite. We got the feedback, implemented and did really well. So it's like bodybuilding can just change so fast. So crazy. And then also just kind of like going back to the very first thing about like people don't really work hard enough to see results. Andrea, 1 week out, went on school camp. School camp. Yep.
How old is she?
20.
Oh, she's a teacher?
Oh, yeah, teacher. Okay. Sorry, teacher.
I was like,
yeah, teacher. I think she's a year older than me, I believe.
Yeah.
But school camp, for 2 nights. Fully brought everything with her. Had to train at like 3 a.m. in the morning to get it done before going on school camp. So like, just so you know,
imagine the kids just like
possible.
watching her journey like over the last few months.
Yeah, just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So crazy.
Wow,
I'm
being
so
a teacher on
them.
prep, that would be hard. What grade does she teach? Do you know?
I don't
Any grade would be hard.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's like not easy at all.
Yeah.
And then I have Shay this weekend in Melbourne as well, which I'm so excited for her. So this
You're in Melbourne, aren't you?
Yeah, I need to go to Melbourne.
Yeah.
I need to book my flights. It's going to be really expensive.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing that they don't say about coaching athletes. So you can actually make a lot of money online coaching. 1,000%. Coaching bodybuilding, that's passion. Purely passion. Because like even I was speaking to her, she was like, you're messaging me like straight back and forth at Saturday night, Sunday morning, every single morning at 5 a.m. So I'm peaking right. I'm like, oh yeah, like you're not even worrying about the money at that point. And then you're paying for backstage pass, which is $250 for IFBB. It's fucked.
As a coach?
Yep, as a coach.
Wow.
And then you're also paying for flights and accommodation and then Ubers from the airport to there.
Yeah.
Like it just is crazy. So you got to love it if you want to coach it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do it because it's still expensive as an athlete
just
too.
Anything bodybuilding, fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that's everything.
I think that's all our updates.
Yeah, that's everything.
But I hope you guys love the new studio because we certainly do.
We do.
But yeah, we love you guys. Hope you liked the rant today.
Thanks for supporting us through it all.
We are having a break for May in terms of series.
Yes.
But we've got plans to batch a few series. Obviously, our Mondays, we've got to start batching before this baby boy is on his way. Yeah. And then there will be a break at some point because Lily also goes to Europe and we do need a little break.
Yeah.
But it won't be ages and we'll do like as much as we possibly can.
Absolutely.
But if there's any topics you want to hear, if there's any series you want, like let us know and we'll do it.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. We love you so much and we'll be New Year's next week.
Bye.